Let's look at some features of distribution across the landscape. Remember, all of this will be applied as we go through the semester. These are geographic concepts. What we try to look for in geography is patterns. It's like this. Think about your clothing. You might have a shirt or a top that has polka dots on it, or that has flowers on it, so it would be a floral pattern. You might have a plaid pattern, like a typical kind of plaid button-down shirt that is worn sometimes when it's cold outside. Or you might have a solid pattern, a completely blue shirt. Those are patterns, but they're patterns of clothing. We're looking for patterns across the landscape. And there are a couple of terms that we use to help discern patterns on the landscape. The first one is density. This is the frequency something occurs in a given area. In other words, how much or how many of something there is in a specific area. The other is concentration. This describes how something is distributed across an area. First, density. Notice we have two squares, the same size, and each one of these squares has stars in it. On the left-hand side, there are 12 stars per unit, however big that unit is, that areal space. On the right-hand side, there's 5 stars per unit. That's describing density, 12 per unit or 5 per unit. A very common manifestation of this is population density. People use this all the time because it's relatively easy to figure out. So 50 people per square mile, or 500 people per square mile, or 5,000 people per square mile. That's an expression of density. Concentration is looking at how something is spread across the landscape. So on the left-hand side, we have those same 12 stars, but we would describe their concentration as being dispersed. In other words, they're spread out. They're relatively evenly spread across the landscape. On the right-hand side, those 5 stars are what we would describe as clustered. They're all in the upper right-hand corner, and that leaves a lot of open space. If you recall, the photograph that I showed you of San Fernando Valley, which may very well have been Compton, and the farmland, I circled that one area of concentrated human development where people were actually living in like a urban setting. The rest of the landscape, though, was agricultural land. That would be a clustered development.